So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. It's going to be made with squirrel meat, so I've got a couple of squirrel in here quartered, salt and pepper already on them. Got some baby butter mushrooms, some shallots, plain flour, salt and pepper, a couple of onions, small green mustard and some double cream. What I'm doing, I'm already preparing. So in this pan I've got some oil and a bit of butter. I'm going to use that for browning squirrel off. In these two pans there's some boiling water, well, some simmering water and some butter, and that's for shallots and mushrooms. So let's get cracked on. First thing, get this squirrel browned off, then I can get my mushrooms and shallots in. So what I'm going to do first, get my squirrel pieces that have been salt and peppered, just get them a quick little rub round. Can hear the butter and oil sizzling away. Get these in. Now they're in. And get my mushrooms. Get them in there. Now I need my shallots. Should have peeled these beforehand, so what I'll do, I'll peel these while that squirrel's browning off. Got nice and peeled like that. Then once they're done, pop them in that pan. Right, squirrel's browning nice, mushrooms simmering away. So get these shallots in that buttery water. They're only going to need 4 or 5 minutes a piece. Turn this over a bit, hear that sizzling lovely. Some proper prawns for this. What I need to do now while these are cooking, and you can just chop maybe 1 or 2 of them onions, might not need 2, probably 1. They're browning nice. Get one of these chopped up. What I'll do when that squirrel's browned off, I'll just take that out of that pan briefly, and then I'll fry these onions off in that fat, butter and squirrel juices. Does anyone know what I'm cooking yet? That's a good question for everyone. I will use that second onion. So the onions are chopped. Time to turn this squirrel over. Just starting to brown nice that. I would say out of all game meat, all vermin that I do manage to shoot, squirrel's probably one of my favourites. You cook it right, it's absolutely beautiful. I know his American cousins, they eat loads of it. Well, it's brown on both sides, this meat. Some of the legs are going brown. Some of the back needs a little bit longer. Get a little bit of colour to it. I'm not cooking it, I'm just braising it. I'll do with these. I'm going to swap these. They want to simmer now, they want to cook a little bit better. I'll just leave them to simmer. I'll get this one turned up a little bit. Get a bit of heat through the pan. So what I'm going to do now, that squirrel's browning off enough for me. Take this out of here. Like I say, all I've done is braise that. I want it to sit now. All this flavour in this pan, it's not going to go to waste. Try and get you a closer look at that. That's how we want it. Like I said, that can just sit and rest on the side. And what we're going to do is onions are going to go in this pan. Now I want these to sweat. Obviously they're going to take up all flavour from oil, butter, and obviously it's squirrel juices in there. I don't want these to burn. Just want them to sweat down. Once they start to sweat down, scrape up on the pan. Once they start to break down a little bit, get a little bit of colour, start to soften up. Then what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of flour. Just start thickening it up a little bit. That's onions beginning to caramelise with all juices, butter, oil. Let them fry off, let them saute a little bit, and we'll come back to them. Onions are browning down lovely, so at this point you need to add a little bit of flour. Just plain flour. What this is going to do, start thickening this up. Should be enough for now. Get that stir through. What you want these to do, we want to go like a bit like a paste. I think that's enough. Just put a tad more in. There's a couple of onions in there, so should be plenty. Turn the shallots down, just let them simmer now. Alright, so what we're going to do now, add some of this stock. There's about a pint here, so I'm going to add it all. Give that a stir through. Scrape it bottom of the pan as we go along. Get all them juices, all that flavour. all intertwining together. Now what I want to do with that, I want to get it on a boil, because that needs to reduce now by about a quarter, and then we can start adding the rest of those ingredients back in. Boiling away, reducing down, trying to get rid of a lot of water content that were in onions. We did that by sauteing them anyway. But we'll do, when this starts to reduce, starts to get thicker, that's looking pretty good actually. And we'll start to add some double cream, thicken it up even more, let it reduce again. So what we're going to do now, this is reduced down well. It's nice, creamy, thick. I can show you, a little bit hot. Nice creamy thickness. Note to self, pan's hot. Double cream. Use about half of that for now. Mix this through. A little bit more heat on that. What I want this to do, I want this to reduce down further now, thicken it up even more. But what we will do at this point, we'll let this reduce first, then I'll add some mustard. Right, so that's, trying to show you, without steaming it up. That's ready. Some mustard. This one's tangy and hot. I prefer the mild one because I'm not a fan of red hot food, but it should reduce down anyway, burn some of the heat off. So I want to be generous with this. Mix this in. Mix all the way through. With it being whole grain, it's going to get a nice textured look as well. Now this pan's only on simmer now, so once I'm happy that this is mixed through properly, it's all infused into everything else that's in this pan, I'm just going to add my final ingredients. So now I'm ready, final piece really, mushrooms and shallots to go in. Remember these have been part cooked anyhow. Give that a little stir through. And last but not least, main part of the dish, pop your squirrel in. That's nice and browned off. Looks good enough to eat as it is. Don't forget it ain't cooked all the way through yet. So this is what this process is going to do. A lot of juices in there, if you can see them. Don't waste them. Let's get them in. One last little stir, get it all nice and covered. Let all that flavour, sauce infused together. Now what I'll do, just leave that on a simmer now, about 45 minutes. And that sauce will reduce down further, naturally on its own. come back to that. In about 45 minutes. In fact, I'm not going to use that, don't need to. Messed it up for now though. That's it, we're all plated up. Looks absolutely delicious. Had about an hour just stewing away. Cooked it with a bit of tagliatelle pasta. Right, time to tuck in. See how good it tastes. Right, it's one thing less to do. Let's try shallot first. Oh, that's to die for. Little mushroom with some sauce on. Yeah, we've got to go for a piece of squirrel now, haven't we? A nice chunk off. Look at that squirrel. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. This is squirrel cooked in mustard sauce. It's a classic French dish. I've made it English today, just as a one-off. Simple to do. You do need a few ingredients and a basic skill level, I'd say, but absolutely beautiful. Thanks for watching.